Welcome to Careers, Connections, and Canines. This is a joint webinar between APH Connect Center and Guide Dogs for the Blind. Thank you for attending this evening. So we will start off by discussing what this great program is that you are all here to learn about, and then we will be we will be having questions in the chat. Career and Canine Connections, which is the actual name of the program that APH and Guide Dogs for the Blind jointly host. It's our third year already. I can't believe that. And so the dates this year are July 28th to August 2nd. And Jane, can you tell us a little about what the Career and Canine Connections Week will start off as? Where will people be traveling to?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Lori, and thanks everybody for being here. We're really excited. The third annual Careers and Canine Connections program is going to be taking place at Hull Park and Learning Center, which is just outside of Portland, Oregon. So participants would be flying into the Portland International Airport, where we'll have volunteers there to help transport people um, to Hull Park Foundation. On that day, on the arrival day. And if you do need transportation assistance in terms of helping to pay for airfare, do let us know when you do apply. Let us know that you do need that so we can help offset some of that cost for you all. Otherwise, the program is 100% free to all participants.
And so Richard and Jane, why don't you tell us a little about what the program consists of?
Sure. You want me to start, Richard?
Sure thing, and I'll follow up.
Yeah. So this is just a great collaboration between Guide Dogs for the Blind and APH, the Career Connect program. And we decided to come together because, um, those transitioning from high school into college or even out into the work world, those ages 18 to 24, and also interested in getting a guide dog, those are some huge decisions, huge transitions to make. There's so much in being prepared to enter into the work world, the world of employment, but also thinking about one's mobility and how they're going to get around. And especially if a guide dog is something that folks are interested in, we really wanted to kind of merge these two ideas. So really getting people ready for employment, and I'll let Richard go into more detail about all of those pieces. But and also having a guide dog. I'm somebody. So is Richard, Lori, all of us who assist with the program have careers, and we all have guide dogs. And we know just getting up and ready for work, in the morning is one thing, but then you also have a dog to take care of and get ready too. So there's just a lot that goes into both pieces of this program. And we're wanting to help participants get as prepared as possible, not only for transitioning into the world of work and adulting, but also being ready to get a guide dog and what that piece will look like for you as well. So as far as the dog side, we're going to do a lot of hands-on with dogs, getting to walk with a guide dog, and even having the opportunity to have a dog spend the night with you as well, and learning how to care for a dog. Um, all the things you have to do for a dog, feeding, watering, relieving, picking, grooming them, and just all the things you need to do to attend to just having a dog in your life as well, and how those kind of crisscross with getting ready for the world of work. And I'll let Richard kind of give a little blip about the career piece.
Thank you, Jane. And again, welcome everyone to this webinar. The idea is within 30 minutes or so, we'll address all your questions, but you can put them in the chat. We also have some great panelists who are former participants who are going to share their experiences here in just a minute. But I echo everything Jane has said. And having been a part of the collaboration for 2 years, going on 3 years, you have two very well respected organizations, Guide Dogs for the Blind and the American Printing House for the Blind, and the Connect Center. And together with our expertise from the perspective of Jane, myself, staff, and all those behind the scenes, we're bringing you all together for a week of just compelling experiences that you're not going to get anywhere else. So as a young adult, Jane and I often talk about this. We wish these things were around when we were 17, 18, 19, 20. And to bring together a week of experiences where you're learning from blind people themselves on their career paths, why a guide dog is important in the workplace, how you can work with a guide dog to navigate around the world, which we have, and remain employed and be gainfully employed, and to get a paycheck and to share those experiences. We know that the unemployment rate of adults who are 18 and older who are blind or low vision is significant, and we want to address that through experiences like we do with the Careers and Canine Connections, where you learn firsthand. You're doing informational interviewing. You're talking with people from all over the country who Zoom in or who come in person and talk about their experiences. People who work for Nike, people who work for big industries, people who work for themselves, people who are voice actors, and talk about the challenges that they face, but also talk about the rewards that they reap. That's part of the experience you get throughout the week. And I know you're asking us questions, Lori, but if you want to add anything to that, please do.
I will just say, we all, Richard, Jane, and myself are all guide dog users. I have a little old lady who's 11 and basically retired, but every so often the harness goes on for some, she loves to work. So, just touring around the streets. I got my first guide dog when I was between my junior and senior year in high school. And if I had a program like this, I think it would have been really beneficial. So I think of it from that perspective, as well as all the work that I've done with young adults and getting ready for the world of work. Jane, can you tell us a little about when applications are due, and what the application might entail?
Yeah, so the applications are up and available now. I don't know if Katie, if you have the link to put in the chat, but I can add the link to the application page. But it's available now. Applications are due by March 31st. As part of the application process, there's, a basic application with all your demographic information, travel information. There's a variety of things. We do need a physician's report as well, um, completed. And there's also an essay. We want to hear, why you want to attend Careers and Canine Connections, and kind of a little bit about you and maybe your career goals if you had one, or something that you might be interested in terms of employment, just so we can get to know you a little better before the program starts. But we would love to have you apply. It's such a great week. And I'm excited to have a couple of the folks that joined us last summer here in a few minutes to tell you about their experiences. But like I said, applications are due by March 31st. Please let us know too if you need some assistance with travel. But we would love to have you join us.
I put it in the
Thanks,
chat.
Richard. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. So I know, we're going to be doing work with dogs, and we're going to be discussing careers. So there's obviously going to be interaction with guide dog staff and APH staff. Looking at some of the participants here tonight that are mobility instructors, is there a nurse on staff? So if they have a student that they might want to refer, would a student have access to a nurse?
Yes, there will be a nurse available from early morning to early in the evening every single day, just there to provide basic, medical care if somebody cuts themselves or, needs Tylenol. If somebody does need some assistance with medication management, that is definitely something we'd want to know on the application as well. And our nurses will call each individual participant before coming and gathering that information as well. But they are there to help out if need be.
Jane, this is Richard. Can
Yeah.
you, I'm going to go off script here, Lori.
Hmm.
Can you briefly, there might be a parent or two watching
Hmm.
and wondering, well, I've got a 14-year-old. Can you, for like about a minute, explain the other camp that's out there?
Oh, thanks, Richard. Yeah, we also have our summer camp program as well. It's called Camp GDB. And it's another free program offered by Guide Dogs for the Blind for ages 14 to 17. And that will be held at the same location, Hull Park, in Sandy, Oregon. And the dates for that are June, hopefully I'm getting this right, 23rd through the 27th. Yeah, that's right, I think. Sorry, 23, 24, 26. Yeah, June 23rd to the 27th. Again, a free program. And this is really to help kids get prepared for having a guide dog in their life. So, really working on and talking about the importance of orientation and mobility skills and how important those skills are for guide dog travel and a partnership with a guide dog. And again, the hands-on experiences with the dog, the overnight um, with the dog in their room. Everybody has their own room when they attend either program.
A lot of the same
Um,
elements, but less career
yeah,
focused.
less career focused, really more guide dog prep focused because we do not have an age requirement at Guide Dogs for the Blind on either end. However, there are eligibility criteria that everyone needs to meet when they apply. And there's just people don't realize how complex a guide dog partnership is, and there's so much that goes into working and having a successful partnership, and we just want people to be as prepared as possible.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for giving me that opportunity.
And can maybe you run us through like what a typical day might look like
I
for
can do that.
programming and
Mhm.
maybe the balance of the career aspect and the doggy aspect.
Do you want me
Yep.
to
Sure.
start, Jane?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So you're up at 4. No, you're not. You're
I would
uh,
not be doing this if we were
no. A typical day starts around 7, and depending on the and I'll let you speak to the dog stuff and those elements, Jane. But
Sure.
you're basically up at 7, and we'll have a morning, a stretch if you want. Breakfast is at 8:30. Remind me, I don't remember, but
I have to look at the
yeah,
schedule too.
it's
Yeah,
the
around 8,
8 or 8,
8:30. Probably 8,
8:30,
yeah.
and then we have a morning meeting, and then the mornings are, it's broken up between your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So the mornings, and we'll do some things related to career exploration, informational interviews, or speaking with people who themselves are guide dog users and who are um, employed, and it might be over Zoom and or in person. We have a nice, obviously the facilities at Hull Park are very nice, so it depends on which location we go to. And then we'll do some stuff with guide dog etiquette, discussing on what the overnight experience might be like. We do more of the same in the afternoon. We do bring in some activities like we're doing, I think we've done archery, the swimming pool's open. So we try to have some fun, keep you engaged and busy throughout the week.
Mhm.
Lunch and then dinner's at what's 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then we'll
Mhm.
have some evening activities or presentations. And again, Jane can talk more about the guide dogs, but the students are really engaged, where you're looking at career paths and talking to myself, to Lori, to Jane, and others who are there about your experiences. And we try to keep it a good flow. And there are activities throughout the week until you go home.
And
And Jane,
Yeah.
oh,
if
go
I
ahead.
could just add before Jane starts, we do
Yeah.
suggest that everybody brings some form of technology with them to use because we will be doing different types of assignments throughout the week.
Note
So,
taking
note
is important.
taking, accessing the internet, looking for information on jobs, maybe researching different types of guide dog schools, things like that. So, we do ask that you bring technology with you, as there will be
Great.
obviously Wi-Fi access.
Yeah.
And Jane, why don't you pick up on the dog experience? How much time do we actually get to spend with these nice four-footed critters?
Yeah, well, we are going to spend one full day on our Guide Dogs campus in Oregon, in a little town called Boring, Oregon. It's not boring, but that's where it's located, where everybody's going to get to actually walk with a guide dog in harness, and spend some time, with the dogs and that type of thing. But like I said, everyone's going to have a dog overnight, and that really is one of the highlights too of the week. And we split that up over 3 nights, so we don't have, 15 dogs all at once, in there. But so 5 people at a time will have a dog overnight, where you're going to learn to feed the dog and give the dog their water. And most excited part about having a guide dog is picking up after the dog. Everybody's highlight. It's very necessary when you have a guide dog. But we teach you how to do it. We have a great way of teaching it. It's really not that bad. And then we spend time grooming the dogs, so brushing them. They are not working when they're with us at Whole Park. They're just a dog, which is, a huge part of the time when you have a guide dog. I mean, if you think about a pie, for example, there's really only a quarter of the time that a dog is, when you have a guide dog, is in harness and actually working. The majority of the time you have a dog in your life. And what does that look like? Just having a dog and learning to take care of it. It's, a 24/7 job. It's not like a cane that you can fold up and plop in the corner when you get home. There's a lot of stuff that goes to it. So, um, really just getting people exposed. And if you haven't had any dog experience at all, even better for you to come and get your hands on a dog and just see what it's all about if it's something you're really interested in. And I'm just really surprised when we started this how much these two things overlap, like working and having a guide dog, all the things that kind of go along with employment and working, getting ready for a job, interviewing, and then having a dog. There's just a lot of overlap. So I think that's one cool thing about this program. And one more thing too, I just wanted to say, like, more than anything else, the connections that the participants have with each other, making those connections. People from all over the country come and attend, and just making those connections with each other and learning from each other, and new friendships are made. And I do believe too, some of our participants from last summer are still connected to each other.
They're going to tell us in just a minute.
They're going to tell us in just a minute. But we just have fun. It's a really fun, welcoming, supportive group.
Shane.
And that was a fabulous segue.
Mhm.
I want to just remind webinar participants that you can type your questions into the chat. And now Finn, Celine, and Stephen, we're going to move on to you. And can each of you introduce yourself, tell us, a couple sentences about yourself, and then after you introduce, you all introduce, then we'll go back and have a little discussion about your thoughts on last year. So, Finn, why don't you start?
Yeah, okay, thank you. My name's Finn. I use they, them pronouns. I'm 20, and I am a student at the University of Washington right now. So I'm a college student. I'm getting my undergrad, and I'm hoping to do a couple more years of education and then looking for maybe a career in social work. So yeah, um, I have a really big interest in advocacy and blindness stuff, disability stuff. So I was super excited to be at camp, and I guess I'll talk more about my experience later. But that's a bit about me.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
Celine?
Hi, I'm Celine. I use she, her pronouns. I'm currently a sophomore at Wesleyan University. It's a small liberal arts in Connecticut. So complete other side of the country. But I guess some things about me. I'm currently in the process of actually declaring my major. I'm going into psychology and I'm doing Islamic studies as my minor. And I have an interest in going to grad school, potentially working on my PhD or PsyD. I am what Shane called a forever student, and I'm remembering that now very fondly because it's true. So yeah, that's the goal. I want to go into research, and yeah, I enjoy other things like reading, music, and I'm very social.
Fabulous.
Awesome.
And Stephen?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Steven. I'm 22 years old and I'm from California, and I'm currently on my pathway to become an AT instructor.
Awesome.
Hopefully looking to be a part of WSB, World Services for the Blind, and kind of just on the right pathway to become an AT instructor.
Fabulous.
Cool.
And can each of you share something about last summer's Career and Canine Connections that was meaningful to you? And you can just start in whatever order you want.
I can go. This is Finn, and I was really looking forward to being with the dogs. I think that's a super helpful part of learning if I'm really ready for a guide dog, and to help me make that decision. So I have started my application. So it's
Yay.
It's exciting. So that was a huge highlight for me. But
Yeah.
as mentioned before, I think the connections with my peers and the mentorship from everyone I met along the way was also incredibly helpful. And some of that career guidance and how all of it fit together was just really great.
So is there anything special that stood out in your mind last year when you met your little four-footed friend and spent some time together?
Well, yeah, a fun fact, we had rhyming names. My dog's name was Flynn. Um,
Oh, that's cute.
that was pretty great. But no, on a serious note, I think the overnight was amazing because I've always had family dogs, but they've always been like my parents' dogs, and this dog was mine to care for the night, and that was a new experience and something that was really exciting and like confirming of that excitement for me to actually get a guide dog.
That's great. Awesome.
This is Celine. I can go. So I was really curious about how guide dogs fit into the workforce because I knew that people had jobs, but a lot of my friends who have guide dogs are students. I'm like, okay, that's great. How does that translate outside of school? Like, how am I going to get my employer to accommodate my needs? And those were things that I really never had answered for me. So it was really insightful to go and figure out, oh, okay, this is how you communicate with your employer about your needs. This is how you deal with coworkers who have questions. Because I like to make my needs clear. And if I can't do that, I don't feel as empowered. So I think that was a huge comfort for me to realize, okay, this is how you navigate it, even if it's difficult. And of course, having my dog was really, really nice. I learned a lot of things about myself and my capacity to care for a creature because I was really hesitant. I'm like, I don't know that I can care for a creature. And I still don't think I'm in a position to do so at the moment, but I experiencing that made me realize that it is something that I'm capable of doing in the future and that I want to do in the future. And I remember one of our staff members saying that it can take years for people to realize when they're in the right place to do that. And I think I'm going to be one of those people. But I think this experience was really insightful for placing me in that mindset.
Well, and that's part of the process, right? Celine, is like you won't know until you experience it. And the fact that you did realize, like, I'm not ready for this yet, those are things we hope are outcomes, right, of this program, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't know that and you came in to get a guide dog and you got
Oh
overwhelmed
my
and you weren't
gosh.
ready, right? So there
Yeah.
you go. That's great. And what was your dog's name? Do you remember?
Oh my gosh, my dog was Conway. He was so
Oh,
sweet.
there
Oh
you
my
go.
gosh. He loved your dog too. She was such a distraction, but he was lovely.
Oh,
He was well behaved. He never really got distracted except for by other guide dogs. He walked at a pretty decent pace and
mm-hmm.
he was very
Awesome.
attentive to commands. It's great.
Yay. Awesome. Thank you. That was great. Thank you so much.
Steven?
Yeah, I really like how Celine said. Me personally, I was also one of those individuals that I was, not fully ready yet for a guide dog, but just getting the experience out of it, and I want to talk about the connections. While going to this program, I was an individual. Once I entered the program, I was not motivated, if I'm being honest, to do anything. And I just hearing different conversations, hearing different stories, um, learning how to be a better advocate for myself is the reason why I'm on actually the pathway to become an AT instructor. Because if there's one thing I learned is to not give up. And I want to encourage those, if it's not just about guide dogs, the connections, we're actually still in a group chat that we all, we literally still are in contact with each other, which is pretty amazing.
Awesome.
Usually you go to this, different programs and it's just kind of like you don't see each other anymore. But I just want to talk about the connections I made. So much tremendous help.
Sure.
Just the words itself, people motivating me, people telling me, no, you got this, and then I came back and then it kind of just lit something. And, I want to say that I'm actually on the right pathway now. So if it wasn't for the program, I don't think I'd be where I'm at now.
And Stephen, before Jane asks you, because I know she will, as a result, you're going to do another program from Guide Dogs in June, right?
Yeah, so that's another thing. I'm actually, like I said, the connections, it opened up different avenues. I'm actually going to be in Santa Rosa June for the O&M and Merge program, and that's something I feel like I'm really going to benefit. So I'm highly excited for that, and I can't wait to do that. So for those doubting, if you guys are, I don't know if I should go. I'd say do it, and just only good outcomes out of it.
Thank you.
And I just want to give you, Stephen, accolades too, because, you and I connected early on in the application process. And, I don't want to, go into your story too much, but, there are people like you, Stephen, that kind of got slipped through the cracks a little bit and weren't getting the services that were entitled to you and needed. And, and you should take all the credit because you pushed yourself and you showed up and you came and look
Yep.
where you
Yeah.
are now. And I'm so proud of you.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
thank you.
awesome. And you're bringing tears to my eyes.
Yes.
And like I said, the biggest thing was the connections I made with you guys.
Yeah.
It was,
Oh.
incredible.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys are all still chatting. It's great.
Yeah.
And Lori, did you have one more round of questions? I know we have about 2 or 3 questions in the chat.
No, why don't we go to questions in the chat? And I think that's more important looking at the time right now.
And then you panelists can leave us with some parting words at the end.
Yeah.
All right, so the first question here is, do you offer a program for newly blind adults that want to learn more about guide dogs and that also may need to look at new career options or support?
Good question. Yeah, I mean, for guide dogs, and Richard, I know you got some great things too.
Sure.
So for guide dogs, we have a couple of things. I'm not sure where this person lives, but we do have a webinar. It's called Guide Dogs to the Blind 101. Can go quickly search for that link, but it's a webinar to learn more about what it's like to live and work with a guide dog. That's a virtual program where you can get all the information about what it takes to qualify, our admissions process, and all of the things you ever wanted to know. But we also have an in-person workshop as well if you're able to get to one of our 2 campuses. We're located in San Rafael, California, which is Northern California, and then also Boring, Oregon. We offer the in-person guide dog experience day. And that the difference between those two is in the in-person one, you actually get to walk with a guide dog. So let me go search for the chat or the link while Richard tells you about their great website. So hold on.
And yes, through the APH Connect Center, we provide services and resources for adults, children, and families. For Career Connect for job seekers, we have a variety of videos and webinars and articles up on Career Connect. That's aphcareerconnect.org. And we have videos of people who are employed, who are in the workforce, who are blind, who are talking about their experiences. Lori conducts most of those interviews with myself and Katie. And there's shared experiences, blogs and webinars. We have a job seekers toolkit. You can email us at connectcenter@aph.org for more information. Katie, what's the next question?
Well, the next question is one that everyone loves to talk about, the dogs, right? So wondering what type of dogs people will be working with during the program.
How did we overlook that one?
I believe most of the dogs at Guide Dogs, while Jane's researching that, are Labradors and Golden Retrievers. And Katie's a graduate. You can speak to that.
Yes, so they have Labrador Retrievers, some Goldens, and then crosses between the Labs and Goldens. Am I forgetting any breed, Jane, or did I cover
And I
it?
know our first year there, we had a Golden in the mix of dogs that were given overnight, and I was so jealous.
Are there any other questions, Katie?
There are not at this time.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes, folks. So it was intended for a 30-minute webinar, but we'll maybe go with our panelists.
So I was just going to ask the student participants, what was one thing that you learned or came away from your experience last year that surprised you?
You weren't expecting, it kind of just hit you.
This is Celine. I can go.
Sure.
Something that, okay, there we go. Okay. Something that I think really surprised me was just kind of the responses that people have to you when you get a guide dog, because I didn't realize just how life-changing it would be, not just for yourself, but also to the people around you and having to navigate those things. I remember one of our uh, presenters who came and talked to us about her career. I believe it was the person who like worked at Nike. Her name is slipping my mind right now. But just hearing how impactful that experience was and how much it improved her life and relationship with those around her, I think is something I didn't give much thought to. I thought it was more of like, okay, get a guide dog. It's great for you and you deal with some challenges, but I didn't really think about how that affects the people around you as well.
I can go next. This is Finn. I thought a lot of I was kind of surprised how many actual just practical tips there were for navigating the workplace with a guide dog. Just stuff like you should have a lint roller at your desk and like
Yeah.
I was not expecting so many like just helpful things like that. I knew there was going to be so many tips about the lifestyle in general, but like just simple things like that made such a difference in my like need for extra details and anxiety kind of around that.
Steven?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so one thing I took away honestly from the program was just how amazing the people are. And I feel like I wasn't expecting that, going into it, at least coming from where I'm from. But, just being around people that care about you so much and, the importance behind everything. And, like Finn said, there's so many tips that I would have never thought of that would help me. If I'm being honest, just with that week, I already feel like I can navigate with the guide dog, believe it or not. Which I know I'm not ready for, but it was just so much helpful tools and so much resources that it blew my mind away. And if I could do it again, I'd do it again.
Awesome.
Did you find the balance of content related to guide dogs and career-oriented material good last year?
This is Celine. Yeah, I found the balance pretty nice. I also thought that we had lots of breaks and opportunities to do things that weren't necessarily related to that, just to kind of give our brains a break from the note taking and the listening to presentation and having to think of thoughtful questions and responses was really nice. So I do think it was well structured in that, yes, you are doing a lot of intense learning throughout these days. Like they're jam packed with presentations and activities, but you also have opportunities to do things to just de stress and re engage and just reset. But yes, I did learn not just about guide dogs, but also about the types of career fields that people go into with guide dogs and also how to navigate, like I said, the accommodation process and like how to dress for work and, lint rolling, all of that.
Very important when you have a guide dog.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to emphasize that too. There was a great balance, and there was also a combination guide dog in the workplace. So it was really great. And then, yeah, what Celine said about the kind of de-stressing and letting your brain have a second to process all that great information. I remember us just like singing songs together and swimming.
Oh my God, I remember
Like it
that.
reminded me of like summer camp, and that was so fun. So
Yeah.
that was great.
We do have campfires and s'mores,
And
so
Steven?
yep.
Yeah, they kind of answered everything. Honestly, I would just piggyback on everything they've said. And a shout out to the cafeteria ladies. There's some amazing people. So if you're scared that you're gonna go hungry or no, they will take care of you. I promise you. And it's a really good balance. The way I can describe it now that I've gone, I would say it's like a business trip. And what do I mean by business trip is there's so
That's
much
cute.
information that
That's
you
awesome.
you just have to be like a sponge and be able to absorb so much. Someone said earlier, make sure you bring something to take notes. Till this day, I still go back to that notebook and I read what we kind of gone through. And yeah, just there's just so much, but the balance is amazing. It's not. It's just, it's like time to work, but it's also so fun, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, for those second doubting, I really encourage you to, just sign up and do it.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
You are.
And we are at the end of our time together. Katie, we
Jane,
don't have any last minute questions, do we?
We do not, but we do have some
Okay.
contact information here in the chat. So
Yes.
if you have more questions, check out those email addresses. And
the deadline to apply is March 31st. So if
March
you're thinking about it,
31st.
apply about it. Email Jane with any questions, and we would love to see you or your students participate.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you so much. And thanks, Finn, Celine, and Stephen for coming on and sharing your time and your insight. It was awesome to hear. So appreciate it.
Okay,
all right.
Katie.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.